My name is Alex Reeves. I'm 32. I joined the army at 22, then just disappeared. Now I'm standing on the porch of a house in a Seattle suburb. Rain is soaking my collar, my heart pounding. Behind this door lives Emily. The woman I lost 10 years ago. The woman I still love. The woman who gave birth to my son, whose name I didn't even know. I met her in 2012, in a small auto shop in Tacoma. She drove in with an old blue Honda. The hood was smoking. She cursed under her breath and asked me if I could bring the dead back to life. I fell in love in a second. We talked while I fixed her car, then she came back days later, just to see me. We dated. Simple life, movies, pizza, talking under the stars on her dorm roof. She was studying journalism, dreaming of writing about injustice. She had both softness and fire in her eyes. In 2014, I decided to enlist. My dad served, my grandfather too. We needed money. The future seemed unclear. She cried when I told her. I held her tight. That last night she told me she was 2 weeks late. I think I'm pregnant, Alex. I kissed her belly. Promised I'd come back. Boot camp. Special Forces. Afghanistan. Dust, heat, fear, brotherhood. We wrote letters. She sent pictures of her growing belly. I kept them in a hidden pocket. She picked names, if it was a boy, Jacob. She knew it would be a boy. March 2015, our convoy was ambushed. Bullet to the head. I survived. Others didn't. Evacuated to Germany. Coma. Then confusion, aggression, nightmares. Diagnosis, traumatic brain injury, amnesia, PTSD. I forgot her number, my email, sometimes even my name. 2 years in a rehab center in El Paso. Learning to speak, remember, use my hands again. They didn't let me out. I thought she'd given up on me, or thought I was dead. I tried to reach out, but had nothing. No ID, no records. Doctors said, focus on recovery. The rest later. Later, I fell into apathy. Lived in a trailer. Worked construction. Told no one who I was. Ashamed. Drank. Every 4th of July, I hid in the bathroom from the fireworks. Then I saw her in the paper. An old buddy sent me a photo, a Seattle Times clipping from 2017. Missing, Alex Reeves. Last seen in Afghanistan. His partner Emily Hayes and their son Jacob seek any information. She'd been looking for me all this time. She wrote the military, the Red Cross, hospitals. Ran a blog called Waiting, posting about Jacob growing up, about hope and emptiness. I read those posts in 2023. Alone. Crying in the dark. October 2024, I boarded a bus to Seattle. 2 days on the road. Staring out the window, rehearsing what I'd say. Now I'm here. She opens the door. We stare. Time freezes. She covers her mouth. Steps back. Eyes fill with tears. Alex. I nod. Silent. Just standing. A boy appears. 9 years old. Wheat-colored hair. He stares at me. Jacob, she says, voice shaking. This is your father. He steps forward. I kneel. He studies me, silent. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to hug him. Hi, I say. He whispers, were you really a soldier? I smile through tears. Not anymore. But I was. She makes tea. We sit. Talk. She tells me she lived with her mom, worked at a cafe, wrote articles. Searched for me for years. Then accepted I was likely dead. 3 years ago she married Peter. A good man who helped with Jacob, drove him to school. She doesn't say she loves him. Just that he's kind. Jacob respects him. But I never stopped loving you, she says. And never stopped blaming myself for moving on. I look at her hand. The ring. I realize I'm too late. But I'm alive. I'm here. I spend days with Jacob. We go to the park. I show him how to fix a bike. Tell army stories, just the safe ones. He laughs. He's like me, but calmer. Smarter. One evening he asks, will you come often? I want to. If it's okay. He nods. Softly says, I always waited for you. Now I rent an apartment nearby. Work as a mechanic. Life isn't a fairy tale. Emily didn't come back to me. Peter's still there. But I see Jacob every week. Emily and I message, meet for coffee. Sometimes we just sit in silence. Sometimes she touches my hand and says, thank you for coming back. And I think maybe that's enough. Maybe love doesn't return like in the movies. But if you stay, if you don't disappear again, you get to build something. Anything. I'm no hero. Just a man learning to live again. I have a son. I have the memory of her love. And I have mornings when I wake up not alone. I came back. And I'm staying.